Take two FNA. Take two FNA. Do I have audio? Welcome to this fine. Welcome to this fine Wednesday edition of BS with B Hannas. That's me, Nikki B Hannas, on a fine Wednesday morning. It's my little YouTube morning talk show podcast type ordeal, my adventure, this experiment of sorts, this endeavor. I got sound EMP. My man, let me double check it just so I know that I'm good. I appreciate it. This fine Wednesday edition, back on the horse. Let's get after it and talk some shit. Yeah, and I got the audio cool. Yeah, man. So welcome. The whole premise of this show is that I like to wake up and take a nice walk, read some good stuff, talk to the people. This is me talking to the people. I like to go lift some weights and go to work, go about my business, in other words. And it's a fine Wednesday edition, back on the horse. I've been busy as shit, busy as a motherfucker these past X amount of weeks. I've been spiraling. It's been an odyssey of sorts. It all kind of comes to a head. It gets blurry. But, that's how it is, man. That's how it is. This past weekend was the fourth edition of the annual Look Around Music and Arts Festival, of which I am a co-founder of and of which I perform at every year. And there was months and months and months of building up to it and leading up to it and preparation for it, getting all the ducks in a row. And then the day comes, days, plural days come, and we execute. And of course, that was all weekend. And Monday, I needed a day to kind of get back to normal. Still had to go to work, still had to do the motherfucking thing. I decided Monday was going to be day one of doing 75 hard again. So that was how this past weekend was. This is just a summary, of course. And then yesterday, I fucking go to sleep, maybe around 11:30 or so. I take a shower, start getting them cold sweats, take my shower, go to sleep, and wake up a few hours later puking. Just a random sickness fucking came and smacked me upside the head. Sick enough to the point that I couldn't really sleep all that well. I'm cold, I'm shivering, then I'm hot, then I'm sweating. Couldn't sleep worth nothing. I wake up and I'm fucking puking again. Gross. Nothing in my stomach even. Just a shit ton of water from the day of doing 75 hard. Some water and yogurt getting dry heaved up. And I mean, a couple people are in this chat right now. You've all heard me puke. Sounds like I'm screaming bloody murder. Scream bloody gore. It was rough, dude. So yeah, I fucking slept as much as I could. Had to text the boss, say, yo, don't look like I'm coming in today. Feeling real sick. And of course, the boss don't want to hear that. I text my little work group chat for coverage, and of course, no one's available to cover for me. And I feel like I hate fucking getting sick, dude. We got a problem at my job. Some people get sick disproportionately often. And fucking, it's a relatively frequent occurrence where it's like, hey, I'm sick. I can't come in. And I'm like, all right, I guess I'm down someone again, So I detest, I despise being that person. I don't know that I'm so crazy to say sickness is a form of weakness. Sickness and illness happens. Who knows why? We could think about that and ponder that forever, But yeah, I fucking hate being that dude where it's like, oh, guys, I can't come in. I'm sick. But like realistically, it felt like I was on a fucking cocaine hangover. And I'm still sober. Don't worry. I didn't do no drugs or drink no booze or smoke no weed or nothing like that just because I'm hanging out with the hippies. Maybe it's just a fatigue thing from going. And then even, like doing the whole festival over the weekend, the way we did it this year, the event kicked off Friday night. The main event day is Saturday. And then we had a wrap up Sunday morning. So I'm down there at the place we're doing it, the private property, one of our homies. We're setting up all day Friday for the event, getting the grounds in order. It's on a horse farm. So we, got to get everything right, get everything as clean as we can. In the past few months, we've been cleaning up the property and cleaning up this big fucking badass barn that we had the music in, decorating it and, getting our stations all set up, so on and so forth. And then Friday, yeah, do the same thing. Just get all the final touches, everything set, everything staged for the event. A bunch of vendors, food trucks, camping, So I bring all my stuff down Friday and help run the event. Music kicked off Friday night, so I'm hanging out pretty late. Came on home Friday night to sleep in my bed, knowing damn well that Saturday is a day of work, Everyone at work was giving me shit. They're like, oh, look, you're taking off work. Look at you. You're mad at everyone else taking off work, but here you are. And I'm like, motherfuckers, I've been working on this for months. This is like a project. And it ain't just like I get to relax and enjoy myself. There's a lot of stress and anxiety and tension and like work that goes into it. And I'm on task. I'm focused. I mean, so yeah, I slept in my house Friday night, got back there early. Saturday morning, I drove up, dropped my amp off, dropped my guitar off, dropped some stuff to my tent. By the time I'm driving back to our general parking area, there's already vendors showing up. There's already people coming to the ground. So it was just hit the ground running, dude. And then probably from 9 till about noon, we had maybe 50 to 60 cars pull up on the property, and I had to put the vendors in their places, tell them where to go. We got walkie talkies. We're coordinating the driveway and the parking, telling vendors, get up here, go ahead and unload, set your stuff up. And then, we're asking that you move your cars to the front so we have room. So 3 hours went by. Felt like 25 minutes of just high intensity, just work, coordination, just making shit happen. And that's a stressful thing when there's cars and traffic and people and, walkie talkie chat or so on and so forth. And then noon happens and the event's officially started. I better hope we're set up. And next thing you know, I'm chilling. I got maybe 20 minutes or so to chill and watch one of the bands play. And then fucking I had to get back out to the parking lot and coordinate that as people keep showing up so it was just work, 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 work. But then the Nikki B. Hannas band played. Slight delay. The funny thing about working with bands and musicians is you can try to keep them on schedule. You can try to keep them tight. Motherfuckers kind of just do what they want. It's so annoying. one band playing 5 minutes over sets the whole event back 15. Then the next band playing 5 minutes over. So now we're 30 minutes behind. And then because there's so many of us playing in bands that were co-founders or organizers or otherwise, for all sakes and purposes, employees of the event, now we got to cut our sets back a little bit. So I was originally supposed to play a 45-minute set at 5:30. I ended up going on at about 6:10. Cut it right down to about a 30-minute set, which is fine. That's all I really need to kill people. And I'll tell you this, man, it was fucking the best Nikki B. Hannas set I've ever fucking played. The energy was high. Thumos, the spiritedness was fucking just excellent. It was a cool vibe. And, the idea of being a host and the idea of being a face of the event and the fact that I had a great set time. In years past, I've played at like midnight or 1, because it's a little obscene. My music's a little loud and rough to be on the general stage. But we had a different property this year, a different landscape for it all this year, and had some OGs roll out to support the cause. And man, as soon as we got on, it was just like, all right, let's fucking go. And when I get these clips back, I'm getting footage back from it. I'm like, yeah, we were firing on all fucking cylinders. The Nikki B. Hannas band. I left it feeling very good. There's a lot of work that went into it. It's one of those things where when you prep for something for so long and you prepare and prepare and prepare and prepare, and, you have this goal that at one point, it was 8 months away. So it's like, all right, I could push it to the back burner, and some of the practical things like rehearsal and getting a set list together, that's more practical stuff that can wait. But in my mind, there's like, I got this look around set coming up. I got this set coming up. This has to be fucking killer. This has to crush. And you manifest that over time. I find when I take my walks, when I'm in a contemplative state, generally, I fucking just visualize it. And the way that this performance went in particular was exactly that. We knocked it out the motherfucking park. Just high energy, crushing fucking rock and roll. And there were some people that were down there that had never seen me before that were like, dude, okay, so why are you keeping this a secret? And I'm like, I don't really keep it a secret. I'm not good at the promotion game. I'm not good at the PR campaign. I'm not good at the advertising. I don't really care for all that. I like kind of being a low key killer. I'd rather carry a big stick softly. And when you get to experience it, now you know. But it was just awesome, man. It was a lot of fucking fun. It reminds me why I do the music thing. Completely reminds me why I like doing it, because I do believe it's a gift. Even if the reach isn't so far yet, I can see, having done it as much as I've done it, that even in small doses, even in small amounts, the impact of what I'm doing is it's a positive impact. You don't always need to reach 1 million people. Even if I'm only reaching 15 fucking people, 20 people, 30 people, 40 people, 50 people, whatever, they're coming to see Nikki B. Hannas play live, and Nikki B. Hannas live is fucking delivering, dude. And that's what it's all about. Cool. Still got sound. Everyone left my chat, so I'm making sure YouTube didn't cut out. But yeah, it's like a beautiful, beautiful fucking thing. I'm very grateful for it. And now we're back to normal. Notwithstanding getting sick as a dog yesterday. I feel about 75% normal right now. Still kind of woozy, still kind of dizzy, when I'm walking around, but that's all right. One day calling out of work. First time I've called out of work in like 2 years for being sick. So I'll accept that, I guess, begrudgingly. I attribute, hey, it must have just been fucking just too much go, 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 and being around all types of people, who knows? Who knows? It's not even worth speculating why I got sick or whatever. One day, that's fine. I'd rather be down for a day bad than fucking feel shitty for a few days in a row and half stepping. It is what it is. So yeah, now we're back to normal. Now we are back to normal. And in terms of moving forward, I got some music videos that we did that I'm hoping to release really soon. I'm still waiting on the final drafts back from them, but that should be cool. Got some EPs lined up to release over the next couple of weeks. Got another festival gig locally the end of September. So, we're still out here motherfucking killing it. What'd you say, EMP? Always here? You're the man. If I pause it at all, I'm not on the current live second. It says I'm out, apparently. Oh, well, that's okay. Who knows, dude? I'm just looking at myself on the screen, and I can always kind of keep metrics. It's all good, man. Plus, again, like I went live earlier, and you said no sound. When I fired this fucker up today, I was getting that pop, 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 pop noise on my microphone. So, and I was, like I said, dude, I fucking did all the right things. I'm doing everything the best I can. I'm trying to do the right thing. And then boom, here comes a quick little nuisance to divert me off the path. Sometimes it's a crackling microphone. Sometimes it's YouTube not cooperating. Sometimes it's a day-long debilitating sickness. Fucking is what it is. I just hate getting sick, dude. It doesn't happen often, so it's extremely dramatic for me. I'm like, fuck, why am I sick? Pussy, get up out of bed. You can't go. Sometimes I start spiraling until I submit to the fact. I'm like, all right, it just ain't fucking happening. So whatever. I'll just sleep. I'll just lay in bed all fucking day and just let Entourage play on fucking total repeat. Eat a bunch of crackers, some hydrating fucking liquids, Pedialyte or whatever. And yeah, I'm good enough now, man. Good enough now. Woke up today 6:30 or so and took a beautiful, nice walk. It's like 50-some degrees out here. And that kind of helped me get back to normal, drinking a coffee, talking to the people. I feel a little faded, a little off, just under the weather, you know what I mean? But like, it's good enough. It's good enough. It's not worth even attempting to not go to work. Time to get back on the motherfucking train and do it, dude. It's like that thing Myron Golden says, even if it's a small thing, like, one day being sick is not a big problem. There's bombs flying across the world, motherfuckers doing, there's all types of bad shit out here, all types of fucking horrors and bad, just evil shit floating around the world. If my biggest motherfucking problem is that I'm fucking fatigued and tired and chronically exhausted from doing all these awesome things, even if I'm bitching about having to work all the time, and even if I'm in a mindset where I'm unfulfilled because of my time obligations to working a job that is not fulfilled, whatever, dude. Like, I could do that all motherfucking day. But if those are the biggest problems I have, I need a frame fucking switch up. I get to work like a dog. I get to fucking be in charge. I get to be responsible. I get to fucking have a pretty decent job that looks out for me. Shit. People get fired sometimes for not coming to work on a sick day. Whether that's bullshit or not is not the point. Point is, I was able to take a reprieve from my responsibilities. Everything I'm doing is a fucking good thing. The thumos, the spiritedness is in fact very high. I've got a lot of good things I'm doing, a lot of awesome things I'm working on. What a problem. What a horrible thing, I say sarcastically, that I get to do all this awesome stuff. And, I'm beat up for it. All the fucking excellent work and all the fucking cool things going on. I might have pushed myself a little bit, opened my body or psyche or whatever up to something coming in and just fucking knocking me out for a day. Pretty good things, a pretty good problem to have, all things considered. So my obligation now is just to keep doing it, keep fucking crushing. And like I said, I started 75 hard again on Monday. Obviously, I failed it yesterday. I've done 75 hard twice, phase 1 once. And because of a debilitating day-long sickness, that's the only reason I really failed. Will I do it today? We'll see if I can get my 45-minute workout in today. If I don't fuck around with my time, if I can get in the gym for 45 minutes, then I'll just consider this day one again. You know, it's a good thing. And like I said, it's just mostly I feel like I need to do 75 hard again. I've been so distracted and so kind of torn between doing all these things that I've lost a lot of my focus. If you've listened to this show or if you know me or, if you're hip to what I'm doing, you'll know the past, maybe, I guess the past month or so, I've been very off center anyway. I've either been wrathful and angry or disparaged or disheartened, all these things. I've been in a negative fucking place. I didn't put a crazy amount of weight back on. Um, but, I'm starting to pack on too many pounds, enough that I notice. Not that I look terrible yet, but when I start feeling that voice inside, when it's like, all right, motherfucker, you're getting lazy. All right, motherfucker, you're getting gluttonous. All right, dude, you need to stop fucking eating. Put the fucking pizza down, homeboy. Like, just give it a rest. Put the fucking cookies down, bitch boy. It's just one of those things. So I gotta tighten back up. And what I found in doing 75 hard is that it's an extremely useful tool to fucking just button up the hatches, get that shit back in line. That's why it's meant to be done over and over again. You don't just do it once and expect a life's worth of results. You fucking keep doing it. You fucking keep that in the back pocket as a tool. Use the tool when you need to do it. So that's where I'm at, man. That's where I'm at, man. And it's been hard to do the podcast when I've been feeling all fucked up. It's been hard to do the podcast when I'm fucking tired. All my focus is taken, and I'd like to focus on this more. All my endeavors, man. So that's about where I'm at. The music shit is fucking good right now. Got a bunch of stuff written, a bunch of plans still. I think next year is going to be the Nikki B. Hannas full-length album. And that's pretty much all written. And when I sit down with my guitar and start to write that stuff, it kind of just pours out of me. Not having written like that in a long time, it's been brewing, it's been boiling over, it's waiting to come out. So I'll sit and I can feel the riffs in the ether. And my job is just to channel them out, And once I channel them out, I'll come up with some demos, shoot them to my boy when it's time to put that plan into action. And we'll get to fucking work. But that's a little ways away from right now. Got a bunch of stuff to release first, a couple gigs to play. I think I want to do a live album later this year too. That'll be awesome. The plan next year, because I'm trying. I would like to turn all my endeavors into some form of commerce. That's the goal. You never work a day in your life if you love what you do. Well, maybe. I've never had the opportunity to find out if that saying is true or not. So I'd like to, but it's hard to sell music, and I don't believe in selling music. Why the fuck would I sell music when all music is free, To what, the 3 people that want CDs or fucking vinyl or whatever? And even then, vinyl is super expensive to make. And I don't have the bread to make it and sit on it in hopes that people buy it. That just doesn't seem like a wise business model. But in my mind, man, it's like I need to become the person who can do all these things that I love and then find a way to make that appealing and have something cool to offer people. And what I'm thinking, man, I would love next year to have a package set up, something that's worth selling. I wouldn't want to sell a $10 CD just to pay $4 for shipping and make $6 off it. That ain't worth my fucking time, dog. But I would love it because I've got a decent amount of music built up right now. I would love to press all my stuff into like a CD package. That way, if someone stumbles upon the Hannas, someone stumbles upon the B Hannas via my, YouTube podcasting experiment or fucking, my writing, whatever, I guess a personal brand. I guess a personal brand is what I'm trying to build and, have. So how do you make an offer? How do you sell something? What kind of course do I have to sell people? And everyone's got a fucking course. I'm not a personal trainer. I'd like to get certified, but like, is that really what it is? I don't know. I don't think that's in alignment with who the fuck I am. So it's an adventure. It's something to figure out. And I believe, from what I've learned from all the wise masters of this space, you keep hammering, you keep working your way at something, and the answers will reveal themselves if you let them. So that's what I'm trying to do, man. That's what I'm trying to do. But I know if I quit doing this, if I stop doing this, or if I get too comfortable not doing this, then shit ain't going to happen. And if I get sick one day, well, the next day, the only actual response to that is get back on the horse the next day, motherfucker. Just don't keep laying in bed if you don't have to. So, yeah, man, that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at on this fine Wednesday morning, hitting the fucking 20-minute mark. Thank you guys for hanging out with me on this fine Wednesday morning. This has been a nice, casual Wednesday edition of BS with Be Honest. That's me, Nikki B. Hannas. You can find my music at nikkibhannas.com, nikkibhannas.bandcamp.com, Nikki B. Hannas on all streaming services. You can find this show, BS with Be Honest. Good Morning, Be Honest. You can find this on YouTube, BS with Be Honest, or on Apple Podcast, Spotify Podcast, etc. If you're interested in little musings and things that I write about, you can go onto my new Substack, which I'm still working on. There's only a few entries on there, but I like to write. At least I want to be a writer, so it means I got to start writing, even in a small capacity. I think that's nikkibhannas.substack.com. And then I decided I'm gonna synthesize all of it onto a Patreon account. So I have a Patreon now. You can sign up there. There's 3 tiers of membership, just fucking cuz. You got the friend of the Hannas for $5 a month if you want to support a little bit. Buy me a nice Ghost Energy drink with that $5. Yeah, whatever. You can go check it out. Patreon.com/NikkiBHannas. I think that's what it is. I got a whole series of new plugs. But either way, you can find me on music. Nikki B. Hannas on all streaming services. YouTube, BS with B. Hannas. Podcast, BS with B. Hannas. Nikki B. Hannas on Substack and Patreon. That's all I got for today. I got to work on that plug script. Anyway, keep it real. One love. Happy Wednesday. Peace.